Welcome back to another episode of The Disaster. I am your host, Kristen Genovese, and today's co host, Dean, is here with me as well.
How are all my nerds doing out there? On today's episode, we're going to go ahead and get right into it with the NFL on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
So, you guys know I started my podcast coming over from TikTok. It's been requested that we start a podcast. We still don't know what we're doing, but today's episode is going to be on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And we're going to go ahead and get into it with the background of this. First off, I am not a Swiftie. I don't hate Taylor Swift, but I do not care for her music. I think what I've seen in the media, she is a good person. Again, you only get to know her from the media, so you know what the media portrays. That being said, I have seen her all over my TikTok, all over my TikTok.
Excuse me, lady. This is my TikTok, not your TikTok. She's all over my TikTok.
She's all over everybody's TikTok. She's going to all of the Chiefs games -1, the Viking and Chiefs game up in Minnesota. My family has been a Chiefs fan far beyond anyone knowing who Travis Kelce was or Travis Kelce being this big person.
How long have you been watching football? Travis Kelce has always been huge and a big deal.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is when everybody, their mom and their grandma had Mahomes shirts, we all had Kelce shirts. We like Travis Kelce before, quote unquote, Taylor Swift made him huge. We're just going to get into the elephant in the room. We're just going to get into it. Everyone is blaming Taylor Swift for this huge thing on the NFL on how we don't watch the game anymore. We watch Taylor Swift. Everything's sold out because of Taylor Swift. People go to games hoping Taylor Swift will be there. We want to watch more of the game, not have the NFL star Taylor Swift in the game. It's about football, not Taylor Swift. I don't disagree with you. When I turn the football channel on or I go to a football game, I'm there to watch football. If I wanted to watch Taylor Swift, I'd go buy a concert ticket to watch Taylor Swift. However, I think that Taylor Swift is being blamed for a hell of a lot of things that she has no control over. I don't see her running around on the field searching for the camera. You don't see her trying to run to the media to be showed on the big screen, on the cameras. That's the NFL. That's them doing it, not her. So why are we all blaming her? Again, I don't turn on the TV to watch Taylor Swift. I turn it on to watch the Kansas City Chiefs win another NFL game.
Well, I'd wish you'd fucking turn it on so that I could watch Miss Rachel.
Whatever. We hear how she's his good luck charm, how she's making him play good. Did you guys watch season before this and the season before that, or when he won the Super Bowl without Taylor Swift? Let's give the man some credit. He's a good football player. He doesn't need Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift doesn't need him. Their relationship is cute, just like other pop stars' relationship is cute. It's fine to support them and it's fine if you don't, but I think it's completely ridiculous that we are blaming her for being all over the NFL.
I think it's completely ridiculous that we even have to talk about this.
As a 1-year-old, you think everything's completely ridiculous. That's my rant on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. You're always going to find something to hate about any couple. I just think it's ridiculous that we just keep throwing the blame on Taylor Swift. That's crazy to me. But anyway, on a lighter note, we did take Dean to his first NFL game. It was also mine and Steven's first NFL game. And if I'm not mistaken, it was my mom's. We went with Aunt Lulu and Uncle T. Aunt Lulu and Uncle T are Vikings fans, so this was a perfect game to go to. And not to mention, we didn't have to try to beat a crowd through Taylor Swift because she was not there. I did get called a Swiftie a couple times. I had a bedazzled headband in and my bedazzled boots on. I don't know what that means, but I just took it as a compliment. Dean loved the game. We were in the nosebleeds, literally the last row, and Aunt Lulu got an actual nosebleed while Dean was taking a nap on her. I don't know if it's just my child, but he will not nap in public with me. When we went on vacation, I could not get him down in public. I could not get him down on the beach. Nothing. This football game I was scared for. Aunt Lulu can get him to nap anywhere, from a car to putting him to bed to any public area, a restaurant, a football game, the beach. It doesn't matter. He will nap for her. He only napped for about 20 minutes, but that was enough to give him his second win and watch the Chiefs win. That was a really, really good game. Travis Kelce did get hurt, but he bounced back. And I believe in Thursday Night Football, so he got hurt and then he bounced back as well.
Yeah, when you get hurt, Mom, you're out for like a week, complaining about it, telling Dad he needs to do this, he needs to do that. You're real good at giving direction when you're hurt, but you can't do shit. You don't even make me dinner. Is it too much work for your hurt legs to reach for the remote and put Miss Rachel on? I literally have to do everything, whether or not you're hurt. It's kind of ridiculous.
This always ends in a bashing mom episode. Anyway, back to the game. The game was over and we did take our time leaving, but we were able to walk back to our hotel and then we ordered some food and we rested up. And the next day we went to Mall of America. And if you guys saw my TikTok post, Dean absolutely enjoyed the aquarium. That was probably his favorite part. We walked around the mall, maybe 30 times. We were there an hour before any of the stores opened. You could still go in and walk around, but we found an aquarium while we were doing that. So we spent most of our time at that aquarium. And we don't really have plans to go back to the Mall of America. I wasn't super impressed. It was just a mall like we have here in Des Moines, just all in one place, which, yeah, it's convenient and it's nice. But when you're going just to kind of walk around, it was way too big for me. We went onto the third floor and went to the Rainforest Cafe. Again, if you saw my TikTok, that was an absolute major fail. Steven sat us down in the booth and he went to go eat or to go to the restroom and left me and Dean there. It's dark. And all of a sudden, like the rainforest storm started going off. The gorilla that was sitting right in front of our table and the elephant that was off to our right went off. And Dean nearly lost his shit. This wasn't like a pissed off cry. This was like this man was scared out of his freaking mind.
Whoa, whoa, slow your roll, lady. I didn't get scared. I just didn't know what the hell was going on.
It literally crushed my heart. I picked him up out of his high chair and I just held him until Steven came back. And then every single time, I think it was like every 15 minutes that the thunderstorm went off, we just picked him up and held him. We couldn't get out of there fast enough. We'd already ordered or we wouldn't have stayed. We'd put appetizers in right away. By the end of it, he did get a little bit better though and wasn't quite as scared.
I was never scared.
After we ate, we did pack it up and we took our butts 3.5 hours home. We did stop 30 minutes though on the way home and we went to Cabela's. We love the Bass Pro Shop, so of course we had to stop there. But that was kind of our weekend. Our first NFL game certainly will not be our last. Dean just got a Kansas City Chiefs jersey with Kelce on the back of it. I might have to get a matching one and then we might have to show up at Arrowhead. You guys keep asking if we're going to go to Arrowhead and take Dean to that stadium. We have every intention to do so. However, we are saving money. We are in the process of building our house. So we are saving every last penny for that. But I might have to make that happen this year. We will have to see.
Listen, if you don't take me, I'll find someone that will.
All right, whatever. Well, that is a wrap on today's episode. I don't really know what you want to call this, the NFL overshowing Taylor Swift or Taylor Swift rant, whatever you want to call it. That is our episode of The Disaster. We will be back with a couple tips and tricks on being a first-time mom, traveling, breastfeeding, all of that. Yes, Dean will have an opinion on all of it. I am your host, Kristen Genovese, and this is your co-host, Dean.
Ciao, babes.